is currently 9 o'clock and the day is July 9th, 1943. I am joined by my partner, Ethan Ortiz, to talk about the overtaking of the Nazi Party towards the Jewish race.
Yes, although we are getting news from this just now, there's been an ongoing event since 1935, 2 years since Hitler has taken power.
Actually, Hitler began the persecution once he was brought into office, having a nationwide boycott of the Jewish-led businesses. Then, 2 years later, he stripped Jews of their citizenship, and then forced them to sell their homes, lands, and properties to non-Jewish citizens.
Indeed he did. As this was going on, Hitler and his parliament took over Austria and persecuted Austrian Jews, forcing tens of thousands of them to flee to other European countries.
Sadly, this is only the beginning. The Night of Broken Glass occurred on November 9th, 1938, where mobs destroyed the glasses and buildings of Jewish-owned shops.
These mobs also destroyed nearly every Jewish synagogue in Germany, and killed nearly 100 Jewish people.
This led to sending 30,000 Jewish men to concentration camps, where they were put through hard working conditions.
Because of this, many Jews were forced to flee but had nowhere to go due to our 1924 National Origins Act, and we were forced to limit the amount of immigrants allowed into our country.
Because we are going through a nationwide depression ourselves, this seems like a logical option, but there is one thing missing.
Correct. We have just been informed recently that these enslaved men have been getting executed through gas chambers. Our press had just been given this information recently.
We must unify as a nation to overturn this law forbidding Jews into our country. Depression or not, their lives are at stake.
Thankfully, the word has been spread about this throughout the Jewish American population, and in July of 1942, a protest took place in Madison Square Garden, New York.
A crowd of around 20,000 Jewish Americans gathered and demanded to send food and supply packages to Europe and help out the race in any way possible.
I really support this because of the fact that there's still people, Americans are not, and as a race, they live here too. Our census told us that around 500,000 Jewish Americans went to war for our country and fought.
Well, this has been Chris Osmanis and Ethan Ortiz. And like the novelist and former soldier Leon Uris said, it is not the religion we look at, but it is the man himself. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Hello, my name is Darryl Morales, and recently my race has been discriminated against across Europe. Our people are being massacred, our shops are being destroyed, and we cannot even leave the country we're going through all of this in. It's not just in Europe, but in America, our problems are being turned to a blind eye. Please help our... No, fuck.